Hello, sweet souls. This is your last reading of the day. We're going to call on St. Michael. St. Michael, please transmute all negative energy to positive. Send toward myself or the viewer. We're going to call on the Holy Spirit, angels, saints, spirit guides, and ancestors, and ask for a message for your greater good. We pray for truth and only truth for the greater good of the beautiful collective. All right. Overall energy. Fulfillment of wishes and spiritual union. So now this doesn't have to be romance. This can also be a business partnership that is someone coming into your reality that is on your spiritual level. They're a part of your soul tribe, but it can also be love. Either way, this is the Nine of Cups energy. Multiple wishes coming true. The month of September, the month of February, 29 or 92 could be significant. So let's see. Green, the color green could be significant. All right, let's see. Current energy. Obstacle. Advice. Outcome. Okay. Peace. You're choosing peace. That's what you're choosing in your life, peace. You don't want any more drama. You've been through 10 lifetimes worth of drama. You're not interested in anyone's drama. You are going to stay far away from anyone that has drama in their energy. You're not doing it. There's community here, so we'll have to see if this is community support or this is a community that worked against you. The obstacle is you're in this rest and rejuvenation. You're healed. You're staying private. The advice, there's a masculine energy here. I'm not sure if it's a past person or a new person. The outcome is never-ending story. Someone keeps repeating the same cycle over and over and over again, learning nothing. Groundhog Day in Karmicville. That's what it is. All right. So I'm going to start with the Rider-Waite, the old school deck. All right. Tell me about the community. Now I'm hearing sirens. Shocking information being revealed to the community. Shocking truth. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Community. Tell me about the community. Yeah. I definitely feel that there is some sort of information with the King of Swords here, and it has to do with someone that's been taking action in their ego, which is closing out a cycle. And I feel like people are starting to stand up to someone here. They're starting to defend themselves. This is people that could be in the community could be distancing themselves based on this truth that's coming in. The obstacle, time for a nap. Why is time for a nap an obstacle? It's because you have healed from a lot of deception and betrayal. You turned your back to the past. You're non-reactive because you truly don't give a flying flip about what this person says or does. And it's an obstacle because they can't trigger you and they can't get a response from you. It's like when you've gone through this, like I said yesterday, the worst pain of your life, everything else is nothing. It's small. You got your back to the past. You're celebrating your freedom. You're focused on creating your legacy, generational wealth, taking a brand new leap of faith. So it's an obstacle because someone in the player energy desperately from your past desperately wants to get a reaction from you. Something, anger is good. Any reaction at all, but you won't give it because you just don't care. You don't care. You see this person clearly, and peace is all you care about. Yang. Yeah. You know, this is a masculine energy, feminine or male or female, doesn't matter. That you've blocked communication because you know any apology that comes out of this person's mouth is not sincere. You know they're never accountable and they don't speak the truth. You're focused on cultivating a real happy home, happy life, a divine partnership. So you're setting boundaries. You don't want this person's apology. You definitely don't want their love offer. You don't. You're not interested. This person is repeating cycles over and over and over again, still operating from ego, still not learning a lesson. Never ending story. Never ending story. Yeah, this person, they're an opportunistic energy that breadcrumbs others to steal from them, to cheat, lie, and steal. Wow. Page of Wands. This could be an immature, fiery energy, or these are messages. What is the Page of Wands? Wow. I think it's some messages going around about how this person made a bad investment because people are talking about how you are in this independent energy, how you've built something on your own and it's prosperous. People are talking about how this person's a joke. They're a joke. Please clarify peace. Please clarify peace. Okay. So, yeah, it's like... in order for you to have peace, you have to block someone from your past, abandon this player energy, because you've leveled up to the Empress, to the Queen of Cups. You're loving, you're kind, you're intuitive, you're very high vibrational. The only way to have peace is to block this energy out, and you know it. And you're focused on calling in new love, new partnerships, which is coming in because it's justice. This divine union is justice for you. It's going to bring in happiness and success. I love it. All right, let's see what else we get. What other deck? I don't know the name of this deck, this black deck. All right. The community is finding out some sort of truth about someone that made decisions in ego, someone that's very arrogant, selfish, and the cycle's closing because the community, I feel, based on this truth, is walking away from this person. They don't want to be connected to this person and their nonsense. Community. Yeah, moving away. Six of Swords. They're moving away from this very arrogant individual. Six of Pentacles as the blockage. They're not willing to give time, attention, or resources to this person because they don't trust them. Based on the information that's being revealed, yeah. And so this community could be wanting to invest in you now. Not that I would trust anyone that believed blindly someone's lies and then came for you, but this is what they're saying. This community may want to invest in you now because they see that what you're creating on your own is prosperous. They know they made the wrong decision. They judged you harshly, and they judged you based on lies. It's an obstacle for someone to get a reaction from you because you've already been through the worst of the worst. So you've turned your back. You're celebrating your freedom, focused on your legacy, taking a brand new leap of faith. It's an obstacle because this is someone that desperately wants your attention, but they can't. Yeah, cycle's closed. And you're focused on a passionate new beginning. You're well aware this person has done everything to try to block your opportunities, your resources, your creativity. Yeah, every way. Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, this is what they tried to block. And now it's an obstacle for them to do whatever they did in the past. It's an obstacle. It's not going to work. Yeah, you're committed to a new path. You're committed to the new path that you're on, and Spirit is guiding you, and it's going to lead to victory. So it doesn't matter what they've been doing. That's why it's an obstacle. They can no longer achieve the same result as they did in the beginning because you were still healing and you were at a lower vibration. Now you're in the Empress, Queen of Cups energy, very intuitive, high vibrational because you've healed. You block this person's communication because you know anything that comes out of their mouth, apology or not, is not sincere. They are not accountable and they don't speak the truth. You're focused on cultivating a happy home, a happy life, and you're standing your ground, setting boundaries. Yang. Yeah. See, this person, they went toward a dysfunctional marriage or long-term commitment. That's their blockage. And you're having victory and success. This is why they want to communicate with you. But it's a no-go for you. They don't bring you peace. And all you care about is having peace in your life. They keep repeating cycles. This person is an opportunistic energy that gives their energy to a lot of different people, cheating, lying, and stealing in hopes to get a payout. But there's messages going around about how this person has made a bad investment and that you're a 9 of Pentacles. You're just fine on your own. You're amazing on your own. You're prospering on your own. And people are talking about it. Never ending story. Never ending story. Yeah. This person is going through a tower and you warned them in the High Priestess energy. You warned them about what was going to happen, and now they're in mental anguish. Stressed out. Yeah, they're greedy, and they're still trying to hold on to you, and nothing's working. Yeah. You operate in the energy of divine love, self-love, and this person's a cheater, liar, and a snake. It comes out all the time. There's nothing they can do. It's a false emperor. That's a bully. That's now unstable. And they're being exposed. They're facing endings. Yep. With this peace energy, the only way you could have peace is to block this player from your past, to abandon the situation, to do the healing work, rely on your intuition, and you definitely are leveling up. Empress, the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Staying private and focused on healing. Hermit, 4 of Swords. That's why you got peace. And this person's been doing everything in the 5 of Swords energy to battle you. But your self-love is too strong. Yeah. So your loving energy, your intuitive nature, this person knows that the 4 of Cups, they made an unwise choice because it didn't work. Nothing worked. And now everyone knows what they've done. Messages are going around about this person, about a third party, about a player, and how they're stuck and stagnant. Wow. It's crazy. You know, this person, they've been overindulging with this third party. There's a lot of sexual energy here with the 5 of Wands competition. There could be multiple, these could be swingers. That's what I'm getting. With the 5 of Wands and the 9 of Cups, yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. That's all I got to say. It's not going to work out. With this community, I feel that truth's coming in about this person's arrogance and ego, and people are moving away from this person. Yeah, they're not giving any more energy to this person. They may want to invest in you because they can see what you're creating on your own. Community. Please clarify community. Please clarify community. Yeah. You know, you're setting boundaries with everyone. It's like you're setting boundaries and you're protected because you're focused on building your legacy and you're being divinely guided to do so. And you know these people participated in coming for you, and that's why you're staying private. Focused on your passion, nothing more. With time for a nap, it's an obstacle because you're laser focused on your freedom and creating your legacy, taking a brand new leap of faith. So this person, they've been doing everything to try to block your opportunities, block your legacy, but you're too committed and you're being guided by the spiritual realm. That's why it's an obstacle. You're going to have victory. Yeah. This distorted, money-hungry energy here is carrying burdens because nothing they do will work. And they know it now. You're too gifted. You're too tapped in. You're too protected by God. High Priestess. They're just creating more instability in their life, mental and financial. This masculine, you don't trust them. You don't want to talk to them. You don't want their fake apology. You're focused on cultivating a happy home, setting boundaries. You know this person, the only reason they're coming in is because they went to a dysfunctional marriage. It's not working out, and they think they can have victory and success with you. Yeah, you're moving on. You're not interested. What do they say? Thank you, next. Yeah, you're not interested in this person. Yeah. This person's jealous from your past. They're so jealous of you. They're definitely in an illusion. How is that wheel turning in your favor and against them? It's crazy, but true. Never-ending story. They keep repeating cycles. This person gives their energy. They have hookups to try to get money from people. They cheat, lie, and they steal. People are talking about it, though. So if this is a gigolo, someone that gets money for sexual connections, people know about it. there's communication about how this person made a bad investment and how you have achieved something independently on your own. This person going through a tower, you warned them. Now they're in mental anguish. They're very greedy, still trying to hold on, but you learned self-love and you emanate the energy of divine love and they can't get to you. Yeah, this person in their ego, wanting to take a leap of faith, come towards you, give an apology, try to smooze you, try to lure you in with passion. Ew, and you're not interested. You're not even attracted to this person. Yeah, you're just another conquest for money. That's it. Yeah, they see your creative projects paying off and it's looking pretty enticing. Empress energy. Yeah. This person should have been a match to you, but they fell from grace, and that's why you have your sword drawn. You know, this person wanted to be immature. They wanted to give their cup of love to every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there, and now you're like, I would rather be alone than in your presence. I'm not angry. I'm not bitter. I just see clearly, and I'm not interested in what you have to offer. Your peace can only be achieved by blocking this player, abandoning them, putting in the work, leveling up. It's highlighting that them coming for you is not going to make any impact, and it's an unwise choice. Peace. Yeah, they're going to crash and burn. Chariot in reverse. It's reckless. It's defeat. There's going to be regret because it's all going to end for them in deception and betrayal. The same pain they caused you is coming back. In this lover's dynamic that they're in, this karmic connection, somebody's going to walk away. Towers falling, crashing and burning. For this false emperor. Father figure. Give me one more on the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, that's why they want to come in with their cup of love and try to give you an offer because everything's imploding in their reality. Yeah, this person, they can't play the victim because you know the truth. You know what they did. And you know it's because they're financially struggling. You are well aware of what is going on here. And that's why you're the Queen of Swords. Like, I know the truth. Don't come at me with your BS. I'm not interested. You're calling in real love anyway. Spiritual union, a real divine union. Someone that operates in honesty, loyalty, and integrity. Not this person who spreads their energy around to anyone they think they can get money from. That's pretty sad and pathetic. So let's just see. What else do we need to know? Okay, let's get some from... the T deck. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Yeah, this person's been gossiping behind your back, spreading lies and smiling in your face, talking ish. But that's what's happening to them now. They're a wolf in sheep's clothing, and they're with a copycat, a wannabe version of you. And I feel this is what people are talking about. What's going on in this person's reality? Yeah, they're in their head, making up stories, making assumptions, creating stories, and trust issues. They have trust issues because no one could trust them. That's who they are. They assume everyone is as vile as they are. Yeah, giving money, paying their bills, always asking, trying to buy love. I feel like the third party is desperately copycats trying to hold on to this person because they know they want to escape. So they're luring them in with money. And that's the only thing this person cares about is the money. And they're broke. So apparently the third party is not giving them too much because they're broke. They could be abusing divination. They could be getting tarot readings, paying for practitioners to check into your life, which is a spiritual crime. Yeah, they're going to have legal issues. It came out in the second reading. This person is going to have legal issues, and it is directly connected to what they did to you. Doesn't have to be a related case, but karmically speaking, it's directly linked to what they did to you. Being a stalker, trying to interfere, lurking online, still checking your stories, obsession never left. You've been ignoring whatever they're doing. You know what they're doing in the background. You just aren't giving any energy to it because you don't care. They're haunted by the memories. They're having flashbacks, trauma, side effects. Yeah, they've been trying to dirt dig, snooping for secrets, trying to expose you. Tables might turn. If this person tries to expose anything about you, that is going to flip on them. It's going to be a nightmare for them. Whatever they try to do is going to backfire in the worst way. The blockage is they're always partying. This person's always under the influence. Their brain may be pickled. I mean, this could be someone that is drinking every day. They don't think clearly. They don't see clearly. Yeah, that's a blockage. They're always partying. Closer look, nosy, up in your business, trying to get as much information about you as they can. They will only be able to get information if God permits it. They could have fake friends involved that they can't trust. They could be sharing information with karmic friends that are going to start drama for this person because they have the facts. You dodged a bullet, blocking bad energy, escaping toxic people. Haters can't touch you. That's right, collective. They cannot touch you. They're crying over you, still not over it, watching your posts, pretending they're fine. You don't care what they are. They're not in your reality. Yeah, they have a bad reputation because everyone's talking about what they're doing, how they're living their life, what a shyster they are. Yeah, they're a cyberbully and they waste time. They're stuck with no changes because they've wasted their time. Focused on cyberbullying you, online attacks, all because their ego is hurt because you don't want them. Who would want someone that cheats, lies, and steals? Who would want someone that works with other people to slander them, cyberbully them? Think about it, Karmic. Is that someone you want to be in a relationship with? I think they are in a relationship with someone like that. Looking you up, cyberstalking, all cyberstalking, trying to get information. They married for money and they're not happy because there's no money because they're broke. Yeah, and it's bad karma, directly linked to what they did to you. Exactly what I said. It's directly linked. And you're unfazed. You don't care. You don't wish anyone ill will, but you don't care what's going on in their reality. You just don't. I mean, you have your own life to live and you're focused on peace. Yeah, this person's used to threatening people, bully people to get what they want. Girl fight, jealous vibes. Now they're with somebody that is extremely jealous of you, collective, even though you are not fighting for this person. You are happy to be free of this person. They're just insecure. They're played out. It's caught a case, sexual infection, sexual disease, a rash, etc. Yeah, they could have STDs, STIs. They're an obsessive lover, or they're with an obsessive lover, clingy and controlling, can't let you go, karmic and chaotic. I definitely feel like the third party is clinging on to this person too. As this person's trying to hold on to you, the third party's holding on to them. Yeah, they want you back. Yep, that's exactly what I felt. Now they're reflecting on how it's too late to say they're sorry. Yeah. Because now you're in boss daddy energy, stable, rich business owner, CEO. It's not about empathy. It's not about truly being sorry. It's about what you have coming into your reality, which is financial resources. One last card. Yeah, the blockages, they're a groupie. They have a reputation for being a groupie, hooking up with a multitude of people. I said one last card, but wow. Okay. Yeah, they had a love affair and now they can't move away. They're trapped in that situation, bound, and they want to come in with a dirty offer, or they accepted a dirty offer from this third party and now they're trapped. They can't escape. That's crazy. All right, I think we're going to leave this reading here. I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing day. Scheduling for the second week of December. If you're interested, please share the videos, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.